What's up, everybody? I think I scared Joel with my intro.
Totally woke up.
Welcome to the side panel, everyone. I am your host, AJ, and with me, as always, is Joel. And in this episode, we're coming to you with a little something special, a little something cool. I finally got the only Age of the Primes Prime that I've been wanting. The 13 that's out there. I got my Megatronus, so I'll be unboxing this. Joel, what are you unboxing?
Real quick before I show that, so I didn't know what this character was, or I just didn't know. So I'm going to say first intro, just looking at the character, I probably would have been interested in buying this just by looking at it alone, having no idea what his importance was. As a tank, if you can show the picture real quick, real close there. See, guys, I mean that is a beefy, nasty looking tank. And just him in general, just the way he looks, is a gnarly.
We're gonna go into why this is the only one I bought when we do the unboxing and everything. But in the meantime, let's see what Joel got. I like Joel's better.
So I had been really kind of saving this, and I'm not gonna lie, I had it in a box. I kind of forgot I had it. This is the Mythic Legions, Dr. Frankenstein's creature, and it is total plastic. Sealed still. There is a full spiel on the back that we will read. Also, going to say, as far as the art and their idea of what he looked like, from the little bits that Mary Shelley actually did write about the way he looked, they really tried to go with a much more book legit version of the way this creature looked. I thought was pretty cool. But anyway, this is what I got. I'm super stoked to see what it comes with.
Well, with that, let's get started.
Okay, let's do it.
We're going to let Joel go first, because why not? Meantime, I'll sit here talking like a rambling idiot. Hi, everybody. I'm the rambling idiot, AJ. And already I can tell you that the box is awesome. It's a Figura Obscura.
Yep.
We had opened one of these before.
Headless Horseman.
The Headless Horseman. And I was really impressed with that.
They're still doing new characters from that line. They're always cool. It's just a matter if you got the cash at the time. But I'll tell you what they are asking money-wise for them, I think is very fair. But once they're sold out and you can't get them on their site anymore, Store Horseman, the secondary eBay market can get crazy. And they can't control that. But
I just think this piece is awesome right here.
The window. There's gorgeous art all over it. Looks like notes.
It looks like it's a part of the sketchbook from Frankenstein's notebook.
Yeah.
Just little sketches, arts, notes taken all over the place. It's really cool.
All right, so first thing, they do a lot of these magnet front pieces. Ooh, AJ, take a peek at that and then show the people.
I'm gonna pull out the secondary cam here. Well, you guys take a look at the interior.
So this is a truly epic diorama right off the bat. So this is Frankenstein's office, as I'm guessing, and man, just gorgeous art. Heavy cardboard. Right off the bat, that's pretty gorgeous, man. There's a lot of detail in there. Anytime, and now the Obscura lines, I mean, these are going to be kind of a step above their singular regular characters. They're going to be a little more expensive, but like I said, they give them a lot of love. And man,
here we go, guys. Sorry for the camera drama, but here we go. Just look how gorgeous that artwork is. Frankenstein's library.
I know a lot of people are doing, mostly it seems like more digital art these days, but I'll tell you what, this is nailed so well. Whether it's digital or not, it still appears painted. It's got nice watercolor wash, areas to it. Really is gorgeous. Really is gorgeous. I'm going to set you aside for a second. And then, AJ, do you mind doing me a solid and zooming in on what we see in the box?
1 second here, sir.
While he's getting that set up, I'm going to show you guys. So, loaded with gear, automatically you can see that he has the stretcher, the table that he would lay on, the gurney, whatever name you want to come up with. So we're going to show that. Right away, you can see that the level of detail is, again, pure Mythic Legions. We got 3 heads, really detailed. All kinds of goodies in here that, honestly, we can't even see it all right now. Lots of parts. Super close up. Whoa!
Very good.
All right, let me get this box open. All right, I keep that close. I don't know how hard it is to get these goodies out.
Sure, but I don't want to accidentally slice you.
I mean, we could call you a mess. I'm staying here to continue opening this. I don't care how. Keep working on it till I bled out.
True authentic blood.
Okay, so right off the bat, there is 2 layers of stuff that come in here. Wow. Okay, as far as goodies, he's got a ton of stuff. Here's the second tray. So all kinds of machinery. We got shackles. We got hands. We even got a tiny little weird hand. I don't know what's going on with the little weird hand, but that's cool. We've got a lot of goodies. I'm quite impressed. I didn't actually realize he did even come with this much.
Well, I bet you it's a jar for his hand.
For the little bitty
Put
hand.
on top of that.
Oh, yeah, there's a little skeleton hand. So it's got a little book too. Which is cool. It gives credit for the people who did the artwork. It's actually going to go into a little spiel about Mary Shelley, which is pretty sweet. Again, maybe why they were so really trying to go for that more book authentic look. All right, I'm gonna be stoked to read that. There is art in here that's not just on the outside of the box. I'm just gonna run through this real quick, but AJ,
it looks like it takes out a bunch of excerpts from the original story.
Yeah.
With some of the artwork that comes from the new latest artist. What is it? Creature design by Eric Treadaway, artwork by Nate Burst, content by Jeremy Gerard, with excerpts from Frankenstein or The Modern Prometheus by Mary Shelley. So there you have it. There's always been an argument over the monster's name, whether it's Prometheus or Adam or what have you. I always called it Prometheus, but there's never been an official title for him other than the monster. But everyone keeps calling him Frankenstein. No,
which is
it's
the
not his name.
worst inaccurate
It's not his
thing
name
to call him. No,
it's like calling my son Herrera. I mean, it's his last name, but he's my monster.
Yeah, and then I mean, I think even though like classic monster movies are great and I do love them, I prefer the few versions here and there where they do show I mean, again, you call him a creature, but I mean, really, essentially, I mean, he is a human. He's made out of human parts. Whenever they show it as kind of a bit more of a mindless, kind of lumbering, just angry, violent thing.
Putting on the Roots.
Yeah. Well, man, gosh, that movie. I love that movie. But I mean, this thing was written to be a much deeper feeling, very, very deep thinking, intelligent, very frustrated. If you try to imagine waking up being this guy. So anyway, let's get into it.
Here, you want to take out the main, and I'll take out the subsidiary.
Yeah. But yeah, we're getting all this out of here. So we are going to try to get all the stuff out of here so you guys can see it.
Hopefully, we don't have another mishap like we did on the last show.
Yeah, which, I will say we had a pretty good run, you guys. We haven't had any items, have any breakage until now.
Our last episode, if you missed it, we had a breakage on the figures. An email has gone out. We're still waiting on a response. That's not going on. So far, I'm coming across real leather straps here. It's legit leather work. They're really nicely done.
I didn't see them do this, but based on how awesome this looks, I would have been stoked if maybe in the future we might actually get a Dr. Frankenstein, considering it looks like we got half of the damn lab. Wow. So already really impressed. Again, I haven't had any issues with Mystic Legion stuff. I've always been pretty happy with everything they do. But whenever I've communicated with them about anything, when shipping stuff, they've always gotten back to me really quickly. They emailed me back. So I think if there was an issue, I'm pretty sure they would protect their brand and figure it out for you. But I haven't needed to. So
we're doing this off camera because these things are loud and we're trying to be
trying to save your ears, like when I'm
not
tapping.
to blow your ears out.
Yeah. So please, again, and since we're going to be opening the second one of the Figure Obscura line. Please go take a peek at it. The art alone of what's going on with these projects, I feel like they give Mythic Legions the opportunity to kind of get out of just pieces that are in the realm of that type of fantasy. This gives them a chance to do these other projects. Man, oh, you guys, this is.
Now, if you haven't done so yet, invest in Spudgers.
Yeah. So right out the bat, the creature has actual cloth pants with an actual nice
belt.
Actual rope belt. The design and the texture to this leather patchwork coat that he has is just tons of love there. The skin looks super textured. You've got washes going on. You've got a really gorgeous paint job. I'm going to hand him over to AJ. AJ, take a peek at this guy for a second. Even on the metal buckle-like objects on the front of the coat, they even applied a little bit of that green color when copper and bronze gets that old kind of green oxidized looking color. They added that to it.
His legs are stitched. You pull up the pants on them.
So they didn't just give us just a tiny bit, like it's actually, yeah. So again, they've got detail to the legs that you would never see versus sometimes when you get things and they only detail as much as they need to then cover it up with fabric. But no, I'm feeling like if the pants came off that guy, he would look proper the whole way through.
I don't want to see if he's got everything stitched.
We don't know how anatomically.
You know what though? I'll be honest with you. I'm feeling his thighs and they are cut.
They're cut, so they look like there's sculpt going on.
Yeah, and he's got a nice ass.
Hey, the monster was supposed to be built with the best parts. Of course, also the best parts they could get out of the cemetery.
Let's take a closer POV shot, shall we?
I mean, the love given here, paint and sculpt wise, yeah.
Again, it's actual rope holding him down.
that vivisection scar, I mean, it's good. It's just really good. Again, the buckles, see that little bit of green there?
You see the patterns on the jacket. You can actually feel them.
If this was sculpted using computer, I'm amazed either. I don't care how they did it. The only reason I wish it wasn't is because that would mean somewhere there is a 2 times or 3 times the size original sculpt, which I would love to see. If that exists somewhere, oh man.
And you got these little heads, little skulls floating around, different hands.
Multiple heads for him himself.
A spool, feet. So many different accessories, books, alchemy books. But just like that, he got a haircut. Looks good.
I'm actually going to go ahead and take this jacket off. See, really nice. Ooh, check that out, dude. Look at that nice, deep, still fresh cut. And the other thing about Mythic Legions, I've said in the past, if anything I've opened, they make their joints, I think, very friendly to pop hands and pop stuff off. The knob part of anything is usually pretty beefy, so it's I'm going to say unlikely to break. I'm not saying impossible, but I haven't felt the need to use heat on these. But when in doubt, if you really want to be careful, applying a little heat. Ooh, let's get those on. Okay, so man, let's see, wrist. So these shackles, you guys, I can't 100% tell. I think the actual chain may be metal chain, but either way, even if it's just plastic, it's pretty decent plastic. A lot of goodies here. When I bought this, I paid the original site price, which I want to say was, quote me, I want to say it was maybe 80. But for what this has come with, I don't have any problem with that. AJ knows I'll get bitchy and cranky about the price of things and be a crotchety old man. But when you're really getting, these people do have to pay their bills. They got to pay employees, the light bill, all the things that they got to do. And so again, it's not like when you're buying a burger, you're just paying for the cost of the burger. You're paying for the cost of the whole restaurant. But man, yeah, no part of me is having an issue with.
Can you hand me the coaster?
Oh yeah, there you go, buddy.
Remember, Necrosapien Press. It's where the best shop.
So this looks like a nice table. Look at that chip paint.
Mm-hmm.
Make it look nice and used up. So we got this table. And stick all of our goodies on top of here. You got this guy. Not sure where this goes, but making some guesses here on a couple things. It did not have any instructions, but so far nothing has been too difficult to figure out. But we got 3 books. There is a peg on the back, so I'm assuming these could also somehow be stuck somewhere. Together, check this guy out. They gave you movable wiring. Tons of detail. I'm going to go ahead and throw him on this table.
How did they not give you instructions?
Yeah, I would have liked
my only complaint.
I would have liked some instructions, but you know, minus that, you know, it's looking pretty awesome. Hang with us. So AJ, while I'm trying to
Piccolo,
I think that is another option to go around his waist.
No, I know. I'm saying, is that
looks very Piccolo, huh?
Yeah. Piccolo.
I like Piccolo. I think he's actually my personal favorite character, but
I don't do them.
I'm not a super
Dragon Balls.
I do love some Dragon Ball Z, but I'm not like overtly crazy about it.
You get enough of these heads and these skulls and jars like this floating around. It's Warhammer 40K. Just put some melted candles on there and stuff.
If you're a toy photographer, and you don't have a single Mythic Legions anything, you got to get it. You'll go nuts.
I'm going to pull out the secondary camera just so we can get a better look at some of the stuff we got going here.
And right off the bat, you got this going on.
Yeah. Why? Why is Val forsaking me? At least they got me with some 6-pack abs.
Yeah.
Some horrible feet. Some spare parts.
And the skeleton hand is pegged if you wanted to throw that on him.
Joel in the morning.
Yeah. Definitely. Comes with the big, I put the regular feet on him, but he has these really nice big stompers, like you would imagine that you've always seen when you've seen Frankenstein's monster. Now, even though he was not in the library when this was all going down, I'm still going to put this here, and actually, I think we'll use the camera. We'll use the camera, AJ.
I just put the camera away.
Oh, dang it! I wanted to show the background with this puppy. Let me get all these things on here.
I just did that.
Let me throw this guy in there. What do you think? Too big?
I want to throw a fit and just throw the table in the air.
Yeah, metal tables covered in goodies are always best tossed around. Of these books. Oh man, lots of goodies.
The head that you have in there is looks like a Nosferatu head.
Yeah. And so, bam, you guys, we can throw this there. Scoot that down a pinch. But you could see how you could really have a lot of fun doing some photography with this. The amount of goodies that it comes with is really generous, in my opinion. I'm 100% happy. Like I said, I'm pretty sure. I know I paid the original price that they were asking, which was no more than 90. I think it might have been as cheap as 80. With all the goodies that it comes with, the box, everything involved. Each one of these heads, I think, is different enough that warrants a different head. I'm stoked. I'm stoked. Down to the booklet. There's so much detail. We're trying to show the best we can, but we can't get all of it in there with the cameras. But I'm telling you, this thing visually, when you actually get the toy in your hand, is even better looking than what we're showing you here. I think AJ, even though this guy doesn't come with a horse like the Headless Horseman, which the Headless Horseman was about another $50 more, if not a pinch more than that even. But again, you got a full size 1/12 scale horse. But compared to that one, would you say this is a equal competitor in that line?
I like this one a little bit better because it's just a good diorama.
Yeah.
Out the box immediately. You don't need extra parts. You don't need extra backgrounds or set pieces or anything. It's just automatically a good diorama and would make a good display piece just right away. And then the desire to want to get more pieces for it and build a bigger set piece for it is immediate.
Yeah,
I want to go out and I want to shop with you and for you.
I really am hoping if they made an equally awesome Dr. Frankenstein and a little bit more of the lab and whatever stuff they could add to him, this would be super wicked. We'll see. We can hope. But if you guys do sink your cash into this, I think you're going to get your money's worth. Obviously, hunt for the best price you can because they are not offered through Mythic Legions anymore. I think this was done for sale, I think almost a year ago. But like AJ said, if you want awesome display action, again, even for people who come over and could care less about toys, they're gonna stop and look at this in a glass case. Oh yeah. So I would give this one 4 Little Richards. What do you think?
Sure, but I don't think we're rating Little Richards.
I've started to rate everything in my life by Little Richards.
By Little Richards.
If I meet a new person, I'm like, I don't know, man. You're only coming up with 1 Little Richard, and they're like, what?
There you go. 4 Little Richards for this guy.
Windows. There you go. Yeah, I just kind of threw that in there on the rating, but I think it's super wicked.
I agree. I like it too. Again, I don't collect outside of Transformers, but if I were, these would be a collection I'd be starting to get.
Again, remember we were saying, like, when you collect with your friends, collectively you get to enjoy more than you ever could by yourselves. That's why we do these unboxings. We each bring something to it.
I just collect friends' body parts.
Yeah. Speaking of body parts, can I mention the Victorville thing?
Mm-hmm. No.
Okay. Anyway, parts. This guy's got lots of parts. Again, if you want goodies, you're going to get a ton of goodies. In comparison, we're going to open, and I was really stoked, like I said in the beginning, to see this Transformer out. So I'm going to slightly scoot these goodies over.
In a boot.
Bam. Okay, what do we got, AJ?
Now we're going to try Megatronus. Megatronus is part of the 13 Age of the Primes figures. There are 13 different primes that came before Optimus Prime, and they helped shape Cybertron become the planet that it was.
Okay.
And from there came the legends and the different places, people and stuff. Megatronus was the influence for Megatron and whom he worshipped when he was growing up and a lad. And so he took on his symbol and worshipped him throughout the time. And you see that more when you see the Transformers 1 movie. So I decided to go and get him. I normally don't collect Megatron, and it's just a personal thing because I don't like him transforming into a gun. Again, it's not like I'm anti-gun or anything. I just don't. I cannot understand why
the
physics behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Why he's going to be a handheld gun, and how that's not going to fit with any of the other figure that I have.
It would have made most sense if he had turned into a giant tripoded cannon that someone else could come up.
Else, right? So when he did Galvatron or any of the other stuff, then yeah, I grabbed onto him because he became a cannon or a weapon. And the tank versions make obvious sense, but the handguns don't make sense unless he's transforming into Unicron's gun. that would be a different thing. But even with the toys, they don't make anything to scale to be able to hold those Megatrons. So I never bothered to collect them. It just didn't I couldn't rationalize it in my head.
Now, this is just my assumption, but I'm just thinking, you remember, so I think way back when we got Transformers, they weren't Transformers till they were relabeled in the States.
They were Diaclone.
They were Diaclone, yeah. And I think the gimmick of that figure at the time was it was a small handgun that kids could play with.
It was a spy kid. It was a spy gun.
Shot little...
Ultra PPK, shot out little BBs, yeah.
Yep. So I think when they did the cartoon, they're like, okay, maybe these are just kids, and they won't seem to wonder why he can magically
transform his shape in, his size into... Yeah, it just never made sense to me. So I never collected it. Mm-hmm. But once they became modernized or realized more realistic weapons and transformations, that's when I started collecting them. I'm stupid. I'm picky. Leave me alone.
Oddly enough,
Megatronus.
Whether you like the realism of the gun part of Megatron, I have always loved him in his robot form anyway, even just with having the giant arm cannon.
Right. Him having that hand cannon, which, I mean, when it transforms, turns into the scope, that never made sense to me either.
Yeah.
It just, they went backwards with that character, and I just couldn't get behind it. So we're not greeted with any backgrounds. There seems to be somewhat of a background here. Mm-hmm. That's okay. Let's see. I know that we're going to have a lot of fire effects. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big fire effects guy. For no other reason other than I haven't started building dioramas for these guys yet, but I will, and once I do, I'm sure I'll be awfully effective.
Would it have made more sense to have the Decepticon logo or no?
No, because it's a Transformers logo.
Okay.
You can open it if you wish.
Okay. So AJ knows way more about Transformers lore as far as where it went. My knowledge stopped at pretty much the kid 80s version, cartoons, a little bit of comic here and there. I don't necessarily consider the Bay movies to be...
Well, don't believe everything Joel says. I, too...
I mean, they're fun. They're definitely fun, but AJ, are the movies... They don't seem to follow... They kind of follow his own story,
What I'm trying to say here is... I watched the first season of the Transformers cartoons. Mm-hmm. I collected maybe the first 2 years of the comic book.
Okay.
After that, I stopped. Everything else for me was just the toys.
Gotcha.
I love the toys. I love the transformations. I love what they were into. I didn't care much about the stories because it was just, I didn't want to get burnt out on them. You know what I mean? And it just seems like, well, let's repaint these characters so that they can behave in the same mannerisms, just in different shapes and for different people.
I am digging this paper that it came in. I just like the print. If they made giant wrapping paper like this, which they might, then I think from now on I would have to be wrapping AJ's gifts in this only.
Only if he does never want me to open those gifts.
Oh, because he won't want to tear the paper.
That's right. Again, so continuing on. Mm-hmm. So because of that, I never stuck with the storylines or anything until the Michael Bay movies. Mm-hmm. I don't believe in any of the lore. I don't follow any of the lore. None of that stuff is really...
Essentially, it's coming from a kid's cartoon as well. So
I'm just here to play with toys with these things. For me, I just love the way they look and what they do and what they represent. And
I'll say though, Bay did give us... I don't think we'd ever seen anything, and maybe doubted that we could ever have like a live action Transformers thing because we couldn't see the technology could give us that level of transformation. And he did. Moving fast on freeways, jumping, fighting, all of it. I mean, in theaters, whether you like the movies fully or not, you cannot deny that they gave us a new level of what special effects could do. And first time I saw the first one blew my mind. AJ, yes, no?
The first one?
Or, well, I mean, I'm just saying, until we had seen that first movie, we had never had anything that level.
The first live action version, yes, I was very excited when I saw it. I thought it was great. I thought it had its faults, but still enjoyed it. Same with any of the other films. I recently rewatched all the movies in order again. They're fun. They're Transformers movies. You're never going to get anything more than what you get with Transformers movies. You know, they're never going to be crazy Oscar-winning performances.
They don't need to be
actors or anything like that. Storylines, any of that stuff. They're robots transforming and beating the shit out of each other, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
that's why movies like Pacific Rim, stuff like that, any of the Godzilla movies, dude, they're just fucking monsters beating the shit out of each other.
It's a good time, though.
Who cares? The storyline is irrelevant. The people are irrelevant. It's just we just want to see big things being destroyed, and that's what I get with all the Transformers movies, with Pacific Rim, with any of the other stuff, Godzilla, the kaiju's, all that stuff. I love it. And then you get stuff like -1, where you get a good story that wraps you in, and you're just like, oh yeah, Godzilla's in this. You know, that's awesome. And if we can get something like that in a Transformers universe, great. Until that happens, I'm happy we're just seeing it on the big screen.
The amount of hours that human beings have to put into rendering and getting Transformers on live action is so epic that I can't even fully know because I don't do the job. But it takes a lot of people to give us those movies. But anyway, besides the movies, this guy is wicked out of the box already. I'm loving the dark gunmetal and the dark purples.
This guy is beefy as shit. I'm piecing together his weapons here.
And again, thinking about, I've mentioned it many times, but the complexity of doing it on film, again, the complexity of making and designing and, doing Transformers, just again, you can't get past the fact that it takes so much engineering to then give you something that a kid can now beat up pretty hard and still play with. So while he's doing that, I will show. So these are the flame effects that AJ was saying he could take or leave, but they are here. They did offer it. There's some big pegs there that looks like they would easily peg into what I'm thinking are his shoulders or arm areas. We'll find out. He has some additional smaller flames that peg two different ways. There is a spot on the inside to peg that direction, and then the pegs on the end. They are a soft rubber, so it wouldn't be pretty safe to pull them on and off. He's got some pretty awesome weapon action. There you go.
Don't mind me. Keep talking.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was just busy looking. The only thing I'll say about Transformers, too, for me, is that I do like a Transformer that when it's in robot form has some pretty decent movement. Sometimes I'm a little bummered because remember when we were kids, Transformers had pretty early 80s, Star Wars figure movement. You didn't get a lot in the way of posability because the engineering was still trying to make it go from a vehicle to a robot, even though they were still awesome at the time. But now I kind of expect companies are going to give us stuff that when it's in robot form should be able to move in some pretty good battle poses. No point in having an axe if you can't even get your arm above here. And last time I checked, I don't know that Transformers have rotator cuff injuries. Maybe they do. But he looks pretty posable. I see joints all over the place. Look how wicked that is. He's a pretty sturdy, heavy piece of robot. There's tiny yellow paint application in all kinds of key places all around.
Why are you touching my toys?
I couldn't help it. It was too cool.
I told you not to touch my toys.
It was too cool.
I kick you.
I think that I guess also too what AJ's saying about the character, that him turning into the tank that he does kind of again strengthens the whole choice of thing that Megatron would turn into, which would again be another type of tank. If this is his hero of heroes, then that's an homage to his hero. So now time-wise, AJ, all of the previous primes would have been gone? Are they usually dead by then, or they just relinquished like the role of of the Prime?
They're all here with him.
Okay, so they're still around.
Yeah.
Okay. See, again, I didn't know, and that's why I'm asking.
From the movie, from my understanding of the movie, that they're all 13 there.
Okay.
Nothing bad happened. You have to watch the movie.
I'll watch it, yeah, because, yeah.
Watch the movie. Anyway, I am very impressed with this. It is very hefty. Again, it's Hasbro, so it's always going to be a bit blocky. Always going to feel a little bit more like can take a beating. Because they can. These are meant for kids or people of a younger age group. But I appreciate it. I don't like. I'm not a fan of the flames again. I think they look really badass on them, but I'm just not a normal fan of the flames. I'm going to go ahead and give you the. Take a look. Well, first off, look at that grin. If that isn't a shit-eating grin, I don't know what is.
Yeah, as far as characters go, yeah, he just has that extra kind of ominous look to him. As far as battle goes, this character is...
He almost looks like Scourge.
Yeah.
Like his teeth should light up every time he talks. Yeah. In the back.
AJ, was this guy pretty hard to find, or...
At this point, yes. This is a re-release.
Okay. So how old, do you know roughly how old was the original release? Is it...
The movie came out a year ago.
Okay, so it's not that old. The only reason I ask is, it's nice when they do a re-release for those who can't afford to buy the aftermarket one that they only released a while ago and you can't get it any other way besides eBay or whatever. It gives everyone a second chance at it.
And it's one of those funny things because one of the things that came out a few years ago was the Tetra Jets that came out for Transformers, and one of them, Phantom Strike Squadron, was so rare that it ended up shooting up from the $33 original price tag to $250 almost immediately because you could only get it in a certain set. So people were buying it and then eBaying it afterwards and jacking up the rates crazy. Well, the toy was re-released this year. It's at $35. And so I felt bad and was grateful that I didn't fall into the trap and buy one of these eBay releases because I was getting desperate for the character. But I was like, you know what? I'm not going to spend all that much money for just the one last piece.
You could buy so many more Transformers.
And I did. I ended up buying so many more because of it. And I sold the other ones. And then when this released, I was like, well, it's fine with me. I'm not going to go buy the other ones because of it. But I was just grateful.
Yeah.
And so when this one came out, I saw the hunger for it and how fast it fell off the shelf and kind of regretted not getting it. But at the same time, because I'm not that big in Hasbro, I was like, well, it's all right. It's okay. But then when it got re-released, I was like, well, this is my chance to pick it up. I'll grab it.
And chances, third time you're out.
Yeah. So I took it and it was $50, which is what they're this size. I can't remember what class this is, but I think it's legendary scale. No, might be bigger than legendary. But what this scale figure is already leader class. Always averages out to be. So it wasn't jacked up in price. It didn't go crazy. It didn't get eBayed. Hasbro wasn't trying to price jack you, and there were no terrors to pay. So $50, great price. I'll grab it. And I'm happy about it. I can't wait to transform it and add it to all the collections. Even though right now everything is being combined, and that's where all my finger strength is going.
Which I've been seeing go down, and I'm glad these are all his. I cannot help with this process because...
Nor would I want him to.
No, you hear something snap while someone's holding their own stuff, okay. But if you snap it, you then have to do what a gopher does, which is judge the distance between them and you and how quickly you can get away.
Can I get to the hole or can I dig a new one? Yeah. Which one is going to be faster?
It'd be like the movies. Like I'm literally pushing tables over behind me, getting chased. You know,
because I will take a nipple.
yeah, and I only got 2. So, but and that's where with these again, engineering is a huge deal. These things have to be made for grown-ups to enjoy, which we both enjoyed this. I think this is a wicked transformer, but
and again, you need the proper tools because I'm telling you, man, without a spudger, without one of these or a variety pack of spudgers, you're gonna tear up your hands, your fingers, your finger pads, and you're also gonna take a chance at damaging your fingers.
Yeah.
So pick up these spudgers and use them as pry bars to pry apart, separate things, anything, especially those hairline things. Man, these things are great to get in there and pop it out without damaging your toy. And that's what I love them for. So,
hey, even Lego started. I don't know exactly when they started, but they were giving the little orange
pry bar or what. Yeah, I have those too.
It was a multi-tool, and they were smart because again, how many years were we doing it where like we just you get the 2 little flat 2 square pieces and they're stuck together.
And that's why I bought spudgers and I bought this. This is a Lego safe pair of pliers. They're made to design to pinch your bricks together without causing any damage to the brick. This also takes care of transformers. You can apply your pressure to your transformers to get tabbed right in that special space. You guys know what I'm talking about. Without breaking it, without going yes
and suffering. Because remember, at the end of the day, this stuff is supposed to be fun, you guys. Only so much pain, but
not fun.
I think today I'm glad we had a good score after. Like I said, AJ had to deal with the pain of the breakage last time, which he did well. When you guys watch that video, understand the level of restraint you saw. You have no freaking idea
how much damage I did to myself and afterwards.
I saw Hulk smash in his eyes, but he kept it together. So I'm glad we had a win today. That does dull the pain a little bit, and I think he scored. I think I'm glad that AJ got everything he wanted out of that transformer. I think it's super wicked. I'm contemplating eyeballing saving my lunch money. Which again, when we do these openings together, if we were ever going to branch out and get stuff that we don't currently have outside of our genre, it helps us decide whether or not we'd want to do that. And I would buy that guy. I would totally buy that guy.
I've been keeping an eye out lately since we started this stuff for any of my figures missing. And luckily, nothing has gone missing lately.
I've only taken them as far as the bathroom to play with. But I put them right back immediately.
After sanitizing. Right?
Totally. Full bleach spray down.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in this week. Once again, we did the Hasbro Megatronus and the creature Obscura, Frankenstein's creature.
Mythic Legions.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next episode.
Take it easy, guys. Thanks for watching.